That is the end of our last session. I have a few closing remarks, if you'll just grant me a minute to set my laptop back up. So as I'm sure a few of you have noticed, our lectern sign here is starting to fall down, and that means that we're getting toward the end of the conference. One of the things I've noticed increasingly today is that we should recommend that our speakers who do demos use larger fonts. That's been quite challenging for me, and I'm sitting right in the front. So I feel like we've had a lot of good talks both yesterday and today, and there's some clear themes. We've seen a lot of talk about BPF for performance and flexibility, a lot of talk about DPDK for performance, and in fact, I'd say that performance itself is one of the big themes here. We've seen people talk about various applications, and I'm really happy to see more and more about applications, because ultimately we have to move up to things at a higher level. If we can do, I find low-level stuff really interesting, but the world needs probably more applications and fewer bit twiddlers in the end. Of course, one of the best things here is the networking, and I'm not talking about the data, but the social networking with everybody. I've met a lot of people that I hadn't met before, seen a lot of new faces and new ideas. And finally, I'm really happy to see people talking about new ports of OVS. So if we can, is my computer up? Yeah. So, boy, the font isn't right, but anyway, you'll get the idea. It's just for help. So feel free to pick up an extra t-shirt or another pen on your way out. I believe we have extras. I've had a number of people ask me about the videos and especially about the slides. I've asked all the speakers to email me the slides. I'll post those on the Open vSwitch website in a prominent way as soon as I get them. The slides and the videos from previous years are already up there, of course. There are some related events tomorrow. So first of all, there's the OVS DPDK Design Summit, which is here tomorrow from 8:30 to 5 p.m. in the Gateway Ballroom, which is right next door. It's where we had lunch, and it's sponsored by Red Hat and Intel. I believe that the registration is officially closed if you go to the webpage, but I've been told that you should come anyway, and at worst, they might run out of food for lunch, and you might have to go downstairs or something. So if you're interested, please come. There's also the P4 Developer Day, Fall 2016. If you're not tired of listening to me talk, I'll be talking a little bit more there tomorrow. And that is over at Stanford at the Arriaga Alumni Center. It's $200, and I believe that you can register on site if you haven't already. The next year's conference, it's likely to be in early November again. Another idea that we've been talking about with the Linux Foundation is whether we should add a day or a session or two to the Open Networking Summit, which is in April 3 through 6 in Santa Clara nearby. So we're going to come up with and send a follow-up survey within a few days, and one of the things we'll ask about is what people think of this format and whether you would prefer to couple it with ONS or another conference. If you have comments, please feel free to send them to me or to the OVSCon email address that's almost fully visible there, or tweet at me on Twitter. And I owe a great deal of thanks to everyone who helped with the conference. That includes the Linux Foundation, and especially Lara Tabak and Kara Foley. Lara helped a great deal with getting all this set up. And Kara has been at the registration desk. Actually, Laura is standing right there in the back. There, she just waved. Thank you very much. And of course, I need to thank the program committee who decided what talks and panels and so on we should run. I need to thank our sponsors, of course, VMware and Intel, all the speakers and everyone who submitted a talk, whether we were able to accept your talk or not, the housekeeping and catering staff at the hotel, and of course, our AV crew in the back. Please vote. And my final remark is hidden, but it says, go forth and code.